I'm Tyler,
I'm Hannah.
and this is Reacts. Okay. Welcome to Reacts. This is a new segment that I'm doing on this channel, and I'm doing it because you guys enjoyed the TikTok and Instagram series so much, where I was trying to convince my wife, Hannah, to like hip hop. So I decided, let's just make it a series, make it a YouTube series, and expand it into pretty much any music that maybe she hasn't heard. So this is episode 1, and she is reacting to one of the greatest bands, greatest songs ever. It is Radiohead's Paranoid Android.
It's 6 minutes long, so I have to listen to the whole thing. Is this a new song, or are you serious about this?
It's almost over. It's only 6 minutes.
I'm not even halfway done. Ew. Really? Was it necessary to have the panic, the vomit 2 times? I think once was enough. Oh my gosh. That was a lot. That was like 6 songs.
Alright. You gotta give your initial thoughts without me saying anything. I'm not trying to explain it. Be nice.
Too long. Like, there's no reason to make a song that long unless you're Taylor Swift doing the 10-minute version of All Too Well. I'm serious. It's the equivalent of you listening to that song. You felt like that song went on forever, and I feel like this song could have ended after.
Taylor Swift's song is like 5 more minutes longer than that.
Yeah, that felt painful to listen to. I get that Radiohead is like a really popular and prominent band, but I don't understand why songs from this time had to include like so many different things going on in one song. Like, why did I feel like I was listening to 3 or 4 different songs at once?
But that's like a part of the appeal.
To who?
To Radiohead fans.
Who are these people? Who are these people? I do like his voice. I feel like it's reminiscent of like the bands I listened to in high school, like the whiny, punky kind of like.
Do you want to guess when this came out? Like what year?
1970. Just
70.
kidding. 1997.
Did you see?
Is that actually it?
1997?
Nice. I'm a big Radiohead fan.
You did. So the band you listened to in high school were probably influenced by Radiohead.
Yeah, but they clearly took notes from their listeners. No, I think he had a cool voice. Definitely did not love the chorus thing where he was like, had the voice in the background that was like, I'm not an android.
Oh, okay.
When he's like singing and then there's like a voice
like
and
robotic.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Don't like that. It feels very 90s to me. Like, I think to me the sign of a great song is when it can surpass time, and I feel like that song is very locked into when it was made. It feels like that ending was so chaotic. I felt like I was watching the end of a really bad Alien movie. When like the alien's being like sucked back up to its spaceship, it was like
I think that's kind of what they were going for.
okay, yeah. Again, there's apparently fans out there who like this, but it's just really confusing. Also, didn't feel like a casual listen. Like, do people listen to that song just casually?
I don't know if anybody listens to Radiohead casually at all, any of their songs, because they're so like either depressing or
Yeah.
you have to pay attention to it. It's not really casual listening.
Yeah. So
maybe fans that have listened to it forever, and it's just become like.
yeah, I definitely don't feel like it was a casual or easy listen. Like it made my brain feel very overwhelmed. And also lyrically, I don't understand a lot of what he was saying, and I'm sure it's figurative and I'm sure it has a really deep meaning, but like why did he have to say the vomit line twice? I really don't understand that. I felt
What
like
did you think of the
the pig skin.
Little Gucci
Oh.
pig or something.
Yeah, he talked a lot about pigs. Like he said pig skin and then that one, and then he said something else in the first verse that I noticed that was really weird. Here's my shtick with people. Like, why do you have to make lyrics so weird? Why can't you just say what you mean? Like, people aren't hit harder when you are trying to say something super deep and you use the word pigskin. I don't know.
I think it's like a lot of people like Tom York is his name, the main guy. A lot of people like him because he is poetic. Like he's kind of like a progressive rock version of like Bob Dylan or something like that. So he's supposed to be. He's revered as being very poetic. His songs have a lot of like political commentary and talk a lot about like mental health, which is really like big today. But it's something that he talks a lot. Like the whole song "Paranoid Android" is about a little bit about paranoia, but he talks a lot about mental health and paranoia and stuff like that in a lot of his music, which was kind of ahead of his time to some degree.
That's cool. I really respect that. I did not pick that up in his lyrics, so I think obviously he's aiming to a different audience. I like his voice. I like a lot of the choices he made in the first verse with like going into falsetto and like playing around with his voice. I felt like that was really cool, and I was like thrown off by some of the lyrics of the first verse, but I was excited to see where the song went from there. But then it just got so chaotic and like muddy to me. I felt like so much was going on, and to me it distracted me from the lyrics. If I wasn't watching the lyrics on the screen, I probably would not have been paying attention to the lyrics because I was distracted by the things that were happening that made my brain hurt. I mean, clearly they have a big following, so they did something right. I'm just saying, for the average listener who hasn't grown up listening to them, that was very locked into the 90s for me. Very much a lot going on in that song, and too long.
Would it surprise you that this was considered the best song in 1997, let alone potentially the best song in the 90s in general?
Definitely the latter cannot be true.
A lot of people would argue that.
I want to talk to
OK
people.
Computer is the album that this came off of in 97, and it's considered the best album of the 90s.
That's crazy.
Pretty like across the board.
That's crazy. What about 90s female country? Come on.
Well, I was gonna say, this is some other releases in 97 is Blink-182's Dude Ranch, which you probably wouldn't be super familiar with Dude Ranch.
But we love a Blink moment. I'm so for
but
them.
Damn It is a song of that.
Excuse you? Watch your mouth, sir.
And then Shania Twain's Come On Over.
Yes. See, that is an album
Okay.
that lasted throughout the decades.
That is so 90s. Man, I Feel Like a Woman is so 90s.
Man, I Feel Like a Woman still plays all the time to a very diverse group of people.
It
Like,
still feels like 90s.
can I just make a quick little point? What if I went out into like a group in Nashville and said, "Let's go, girls"?
There you go.
Not even girls. You would know what I meant by that. But if I went out and was like, "I'm not an android," people would be like, "Okay."
Or you just went out and you're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, then they'd be like, "Do you need something?" When you list albums like that, I'm like, there's no way this could have been revered as the best
album. I
album.
listed 2 albums. Here's some more. Will Smith's first album.
I don't. Okay.
That like came out
Will Smith has music?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh, Wild Wild West.
I don't know.
Missy Elliott's first album.
Okay.
97. NSYNC's first album, 1997.
Bop.
Spice Girls' second album. Bob Dylan was still like producing or making relevant music in 97. Also, Chumbawamba came out.
I'm sorry?
I get knocked down.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, see,
So,
that's
some classics
still
in
around.
97. But I say that to say, OK Computer, and because Paranoid Android was the lead single off of that album, they are considered definitely best song and best album of 97, and potentially best song and best album of the 90s.
That's crazy. Who are these people? Where is this statistic coming from? Maybe I'm just missing it. Maybe more songs on their album are better, but I don't think that has stood the test of time.
Did you also notice that there were key changes in that?
There were a
Tempo
lot of changes.
There were a lot of
And my mental state changed listening to it. Okay, I'm really torn because I know I'm gonna get like roasted for this and torn apart
You
in the
have
comments.
to be genuine to you.
Genuine, I give it a 4.
A 4! Oh, you were gonna get the score. A 4 out of 10.
But I give his vocal range and ability an 8.
Okay.
I give lyrics. Some of them, I honestly give lyrics a 4. I think lyrics for instrumentation in the first bit of the song, I would give like a 7, and then the rest I would give like a 2. Replay value, I give a 3. Like, I don't think people are like going out and listening to this on their drive home from work tomorrow.
I'm sure lots of people do.
Well, maybe, but lots of people do lots of
Well,
things.
they definitely don't listen to it at bars because it's not a bar
That's
song.
true. But I don't go to bars, so. I mean, no offense to the Radiohead fans out there. I know that they're supposedly a great band, so.
Supposedly.
This is just my personal opinion. I don't claim to have like a, professional stance on this. This is just my personal opinion, so please don't come for me. And if you need to come for me, my name is Tyler Sears, and you can reach me at B-Side Channel. All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next time where we pick another song.
Hopefully it's Taylor Swift.